Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Friday evening inside Fargo Oak Grove High School tonight. It is Region 1A girls basketball as the Lisbon Broncos and the Grovers of Oak Grove tangle on senior night here at Oak Grove. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast here this evening as the 0-12 Broncos square off with the 7-6 Grovers of Fargo Oak Grove. For the visitors here on the scoreboard in the Lisbon Broncos, fresh off a 57-24 loss against Northern Cass on Tuesday here for head coach Kara Tui's club, a squad that's a little banged up right now just in terms of some players who are out either with season-ending injuries or out with injuries here tonight. We'll get to that here in the pregame show. Similar to Chad Slatter's club at 7-6 on the season, they snapped a 5-game losing streak on Monday with a 15-point win over the Grafton Spoilers, 73-58 on Monday here for Fargo Oak Grove. The Grovers also with one or two players a little bit nicked up here. We'll get to that with head coach Chad Slatter coming up around the corner. Still to come as well, we'll get to the latest Region 1 standings, your series history between the Broncos and the Grovers, and also for wrestling fans, we have the Store Hog going on today and tomorrow in Lisbon as well. Brady Siebels and Brent Dick on the call for you down in Lisbon for that one. Quick timeout. We're back with more after this as we dive into the series matchup between Lisbon and Oak Grove. It's 1A Region Girls Basketball tonight on yourliveevent.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullis & Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullis & Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullis & Olson Agency.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
We aren't meant to be still. And while you determine the direction you'll go, we're just here to help you along the way. So go. Go with experience. Go with teamwork. Go with neighbors. Go with integrity.
If you're dreaming of a new home or looking to refinance, get in touch with First Class Mortgage. They make the process simple, fast, and local. Their team knows the Red River Valley, and they're here to help you with the right loan, with the best rate, and personal service every step of the way. Whether it's your first home, your forever home, or anything in between, choose First Class Mortgage, where your story begins. Visit firstclasscorp.com or stop by the office in Fargo. As we come back into our pregame show here, you are looking live in downtown Fargo tonight with the Grovers and the Broncos. Taking a look at the series history between these two teams. Since the three-division system, Fargo Oak Grove a perfect 5-0 against the Broncos as the Grovers won at Lisbon earlier this season back on December the 16th, 62-30 in the win for the Lisbon Broncos. The last time Lisbon won, January 29th of 2021, a 57-38 win over the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Last time the Broncos won this series, Oak Grove has won 7 straight matchups. Looking in the Region 1 standings, the Highlanders have taken full control of the region here after defeating Kindred in Kindred last night, 76-68. So Valley City now first at 8-0. Then it bunches up between 2 and 6. Kindred and Wahpeton are both 4 and 3. Kindred with the game in hand right now via the head-to-head as it stands. Oak Grove in the middle at 3-3, followed by Central Cass at 3-4 and Northern Cass at 2-4, with the Lisbon Broncos at 0-7. So a win for Oak Grove tonight would tie them with both Kindred and Wahpeton for second place in the region just in terms of win-loss standings. A win here for the Lisbon Broncos, and the old adage is just try to get the monkey off your back a little bit with an 0-12 record. That's what they're looking for here tonight for their first win of the season. Wahpeton at Turner Mountain, that game postponed. Hillsborough Central Valley at Northern Cass. That's a basketball doubleheader with the boys and the girls contest between those two teams here, and the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros and the Northern Cass Jaguars. We'll get to that final result here in just a few moments. And then also coming up tomorrow, you have Valley City at Edgeley Column Montpelier. So that's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard for this weekend, and also your Region 1 standings, as well as high school girls basketball continues here on yourliveevent.com tonight from downtown Fargo, as this is a Region 1 versus Region 1 matchup, as we get you ready for some more high school hoops here a little bit later on. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from the coaches, Kara Tui from Lisbon, also from Chad Slider on Fargo Oak Grove, as they're honoring the seniors here tonight on Senior Night in Fargo. American Family Insurance agent Chris and Monica Heisey look out for what matters to you most, even when nothing is wrong. These days, everyone wants to save money, and they can show you how easy it is to have multiple policies by combining your auto and homeowner's insurance. Let Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance put some change back into your pocket. For more info, visit chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com for all the details.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care. Guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
As we continue on the pregame show here today from downtown Fargo, this interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency, the Lisbon Broncos, and alongside the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Good news, we're playing indoors here for girls basketball after it's been a little blustery and cold outside. Joining us from the Broncos' perspective is their head coach, that's Kara Tui. And for your squad to get to this point of the season, we're about a month left. It's crazy to think before you get to the regional tournament. What's one thing you want to see from your team as you navigate sickness, as you navigate injuries like everybody else does during the dog days of the basketball season here?
I think that's probably the biggest thing. I've got 3 kids out right now with injuries that would be nice to have back. So hopefully that won't be much longer, and we'll get Bryn back on the court. She's just got an ankle sprain, so we'll take that over a broken fibula like during volleyball, but and then get Jada back from concussion protocol. And Laylee is a great kid to have on the bench, like scouting. She memorizes plays, and so she's very helpful to me that way. But yes, it would be nice to have a full squad back. And what I would like to see is us just continuing to improve. Celebrate little successes. We've improved since last year. We're doing a better job than the beginning of the season. Now we just need to get some points on the board.
As you take a look at your opponent in Oak Grove, what's a difference or a challenge coming up against the Grovers a little bit later tonight?
I think just handling ball pressure, reading defenders so we don't throw it away and have them pick off long passes, making sure that we are aware of players that are outside threats and not getting our head turned so we don't see them and we can recover and get a hand up. And then just boxing out. They've got a tall girl, and we don't have that. So she got us a little bit when they were in Lisbon, so we got to be aware of where she's at too.
Let's talk about one of your players, Carly, this season. What did you see kind of mean to the program, or what did she do on and off the court this season?
Carly is the sweetest kid. She is a quiet leader. She really makes sure that she takes care of the younger kids and sets a good example for them. But she gives us just a quiet, solid presence, and she's hustling, and we set some personal goals for her to try to hit in games, and she's hit every single one. So I'm super proud of how hard she's hustling and getting what she needs done on the floor for us.
Final question with you as we continue here. Just the second time through that you see teams, is there a lot of adjustments? Not so much adjustments, third year of this 3-division system when you play a team a second time from a coach's perspective. How much do you over-game plan, don't over-game plan in terms of playing the team a second time like you will here with Oak Grove tonight?
Right. It's a lot the same, but hopefully the games that we had that were solid the first round are solid again the second time and improved a little bit. And then the games that weren't as solid, we would like them to be, and just making progress that way, gearing up into regions.
Coach Shuey, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here tonight.
Thank you.
We'll continue with more after this on the pregame show. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartment. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
Youth basketball is back, and it's time to play for a purpose. The Grover Athletic Club Winter Classic tips off February 28th and March 1st at Oak Grove Lutheran School in Fargo. Every team gets 3 full-court games guaranteed, with great competition and later start times for out-of-town teams. Best of all, your team helps support Grover Athletics, funding equipment and opportunities for student athletes across all sports. Sign your team up today at groverathletic.club.com.
As we continue on the pregame show here today, brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency, Region 1A girls basketball on a cool winter's night. Joining us here from the Fargo Oak Grove perspective is their head coach, that's Chad Slider, on senior night here for the Grovers, welcoming in the Lisbon Broncos. And Chad, let's just start there. Senior night, every year it's a little bit different, no matter who the seniors are, if you have 10 or if you only have 1. But what is this senior class? What have they represented to the club this season, but more importantly, just to the program in their tenure here?
With this particular group, I think we've seen tremendous growth, not just as basketball players, but as people and as leaders. I was having a conversation with one of them just last week, and she made the comment that I literally love everybody on our team, and I would do anything I could for anybody on this team. And she said that's kind of the sentiment in the locker room, which to me is good to hear as a coach. It means that I think we're doing the right things, we're building the right culture. And obviously it's led by them, and they're doing the right things to create that kind of environment. So I'm very appreciative as a coach of who they are and what they do, not just for our program, but for me as a coach.
Let's talk about one of the players that we haven't had a chance to really talk about much this year, just because of going through the volleyball season, being injured, and now out with an injury during basketball season, is Aspen Jost. Just kind of, what does she do behind the scenes this season, even though she physically can't be on the court, for 32 minutes of basketball here, Chad?
Yeah, I think, when you speak about Aspen and her teammates view her as a leader, and we kind of did things differently this year. We haven't had captains in the past. We've had a leadership council, and this year, different team, and I thought we needed to just change some things up, so we did go with captains. And there was a question whether or not she was going to play. We didn't know. It was just a gray area. But she was voted as a captain by her teammates anyway, whether or not she was going to play or not. After finding out that she was going to be out for the season, she had her ankle surgery. She's continued to be here every day. She helps us in practice. She's running the scoreboard. She's, getting the music going for us. And she's continued to be that steady rock for our team, regardless of whether or not she's on or off the floor.
You take a look at the Lisbon Broncos and anybody that you play a second time here, Chad, third year of this region system where it's double round robin essentially. So what's different a second time, and particularly here going up against the Lisbon Broncos from what you saw the first time to what you're going to see the second time here this evening?
From what I've seen on tape, they're not doing a lot of things differently, offensively or defensively. But you just never know, right? On any given night, anything can happen. So, and we're obviously going with a different starting lineup tonight with our seniors and starting our seniors. And so that'll create some different things that we'll do. I think right now we're a little bit more focused on doing what we want to do, making sure we're taking control of the basketball game in the ways that we want to, offensively and defensively, and then see if we have to make adjustments as we go through the game.
Final thing that I'll ask for you, head coach of the Grovers, Chad Slider, with us here on our pregame show. Just taking a look at this particular time of the month. It's almost a month to the day until we get to that region tournament starting up here. So the dog days are slowly coming behind us before you get to February. So what's the one area that needs to continue to improve upon, or what's one thing that you're preaching to the girls as you go through these busy weeks of 2-3 games, and then boom, the region tournament's going to be here before you know it?
Yeah, I think for us it's getting healthy. We went through a 3-week stretch where we were playing 3 games in 3 weeks, and we were a little banged up, so now we're to the point where we're playing 2 a week, which I kind of like, but I also like from the standpoint that we can get to practice and work on things. When you're playing 3 games a week, it's hard to be able to do that. Especially when we have injuries and then we're trying to juggle different lineups and do different things. So I'm hopeful that we can continue to come back after games and, work with that growth mindset to continue to learn, continue to get better. The second time through the region is not going to be any easier than the first time. So we want to make sure that we're continuing to grow and see what we can do to make some changes in some upcoming opponents.
Chad, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here tonight.
Thanks, Chase. Appreciate it.
And again, head coach of the Grovers, Chad Slider, with us here on the pregame show. We'll continue with more after this from Fargo.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Those interviews brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency, your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance agency that wants a shot at your business. Located in the greater Fargo metro, go to djcoulter.com. That again is djcoulter.com. On senior night here for the Grovers as they are honoring the 5 seniors here with Sophie Geiger, Aspen Jost, Carolyn DeYoung, Lainey Caspers, and alongside Taylor Euchre here this evening for Chad Slider and the Grovers. 7-6 on the season, 3-3 in the region, while for the Lisbon Broncos 0-12 on the season and 0-7 in Region 1 play here tonight. And earlier in YourLiveEvent.com, Hillsborough Central Valley went to Hunter and upended the Jags 59-29 in girls basketball. We'll take a quick break and we come back after this. Starting lineups and the opening tip. That is next year as the Broncos and the Grovers welcome you to the weekend here for girls basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Business is tough, but your accounting doesn't have to be. Let Olson Accounting check all the boxes. From taxes, payroll, business services, and professionalized financial guidance, all tailored to fit your requests. Whether you're a small business owner or just need help at tax time, trust Olson Accounting for professional, reliable service every time. Visit colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon. Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Prairie Supply has the expertise to help you tackle even the toughest jobs, from concrete and rebar to heat and winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction. Prairie Supply supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today.
Stock Growers Bank is proud to celebrate 125 years of service, and they built a legacy of trust and commitment to the local communities. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith can help achieve your goals and grow your business with confidence. Here's Zach Maralt on his experience.
We tried a few different lenders before purchasing our building, and we eventually ended up going to see Wyatt, who I already personally knew anyways. He made the purchasing process easy. We pretty much had an answer that day, pushed all our accounts there, and it's a great experience.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you here on this Friday night as we get you ready for high school basketball on yourliveevent.com with the visiting Lisbon Broncos and the Grovers of Fargo Oak Grove. Please mark your calendars down at yourliveevent.com. We'll be your home for the Region 1A girls basketball tournament out in Valley City a month to the date, beginning on February the 23rd. For the Lisbon Broncos, they'll go like this. Camera Hoff, the 5'9 junior, with Mara Kempel. Mara Kempel, a 5'6 senior. Brinley Differding, the 5'4 junior, with Carly Mayers, the sophomore, make that the senior guard, and Ava Adair as well. Adair in the starting lineup here for the 5'9 sophomore. Again, one more time for the Lisbon Broncos. Hoff, Kempel, Differding, Mayers, and Adair. Kara Tui, head coach here for the Lisbon Broncos, averaging 32 points a game defensively, giving up 62 points per contest. As we turn our attention now to the Grovers of Fargo Oak Grove, having an intro video here on their newly inserted video board this season with some highlights. They're 7-1 on the year when they score 51 or more points here for Fargo Oak Grove, as this matchup here with the Grovers and the Lisbon Broncos. Head coach is Chad Slider, averaging 55 points per game defensively, giving up 54 points per contest. As for Oak Grove, they'll go like this. Sophie Geiger, a 5'7 senior, as Geiger here in the starting lineups with Aspen Jost. Jost, the 5'6 senior guard. You'll also have Carolyn DeYoung. DeYoung, a 6'2 senior, with Lainey Caspers, a 5'7 senior, and Taylor Euchre, a 5'7 senior forward as well, as they're honoring the seniors here again tonight for the Grovers. And one note, Aspen Jost in the starting lineups, but then she will be taken out for she's wearing a boot. So really a cool thing, talking with Chad Slider earlier today, saying we're going to have a little surprise for the family members. The only people that knew that she was going to do this is Aspen and the coaching staff itself, and that was it. So they're going to give her an opportunity to be recognized here to open up this game, and on senior night as well. Again, all 5 seniors for the Grovers are going to be getting recognized, and you can see Aspen Jost here with the boot, getting that cleared off a little bit. She'll be in the starting lineup here. She'll get the one opening tip on the possession, and then from there, they'll take a timeout foul and sub her out and get a nice round of applause as well. That's your starting lineups again for the Grovers and the Lisbon Broncos for Region 1A girls basketball here on your live event. The Grovers up next will play Monday at Central Cass and Castleton. We'll have that for you on your live event. The Lisbon Broncos back in action on Tuesday, hosting the Huskies of Wahpeton. Brent Dick will have the call for you that right here on your liveevent.com as well. Opening tip here with Carolyn DeYoung, and you'll have in the center with Cameron Huff, as this one's going to be one here to the Grovers. As the Grovers will make their way, Chad Slider wants the timeout, and that'll be to sub out and give a big bear hug to the senior Aspen Jost here, as Jost will check out and get recognized one more time here for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. So tip of the cap here to both teams, allowing someone like this to get honored. Difficult for Aspen Jost, playing through a little bit of an injury when it came through the volleyball season. You can see the emotions coming out of her one more time, knowing that it's her senior night and last time wearing those uniforms. But she will check out, and we will get back to business here. But tip of the cap to Aspen Jost and what she's meant to Grover Athletics and for head coach Chad Slider as well. Ball will get up top to Harper Brunsvold, who checks, and now back up top as they work it to the right wing here for the Grovers. Man pressure defense by the Broncos. Brunsvold on the inside, lost it. Good double team by the Broncos. They were really scrappy last week in Castleton. Good spin move by Geiger off the window, up and in for 2. Opening 2 points on the Bank North scoreboard goes to the team clad in black. Johnny Cash will be happy. It is the Grovers up by 2. Lisbon taking the ball screen here. The Broncos with a couple of injuries. Bryn Wiltsey is out here tonight as they leave it up top. This for the lead. 3-pointer was halfway in and out, no good after Mayers had the attempt, but the Broncos will make their way to the free throw line to shoot 2 with Brinley Differding. Differding will be at the stripe. As Geiger picks the foul, her first, the team's first. Also out is Laylee Dink, and then Jada Nims still out for another a day or two, going through a little bit of a concussion protocol from last week in Castleton. So hoping to get Jada back, and she's a fun player to watch at just a 5'10 freshman. So the future bright there with her moving forward in this Bronco lineup. As 2 for 2 from the free throw line is Differding, and we're not at 2 apiece here. Region 1A girls basketball tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Caspers able to make the pass, but good hand defensively by Differding, as Differding brings this one up the far side of the floor for the Broncos. Ball gets worked right-handed side as they give it to Cameron Hoff. Oak Grove able to switch on the screen as they work it now to the baseline. That'll go to Adair. Ava's going to drive attack, leave it left-handed side. Couple of dribbles here by Differding, able to spin. Ball gets skipped to the near sideline with Cameron Hoff. Hoff at 15 seconds, finds it to Differding. She gets walled off there. Back to Hoff for the lead. 3-pointer's going to be off the left side, and this one will go out of bounds and make its way to Fargo Oak Grove. Game number 13 of the season for the Broncos. Game number 14 of the year here already for the Grovers, and crazy to think we're getting to postseason time. You think in the month of February, that means postseason hockey, wrestling. Same when it comes to basketball. As a shot is off the mark, no good by Euchre. Rebound comes down to Mara Kempel, her first. Kempel weaving her way in transition, finds it to Differding. Differding and the Broncos out in those white uniforms here. Ball nearly went out of bounds. Differding able to get the ball back. Good drive high off the window, and the Broncos take the lead. Brinley Differding with all 4 points early on here on the Bank North scoreboard for Lisbon Broncos. Seeing it now is Lainey Caspers. Caspers with the skip to Harper Brunsvold, averaging 14 points per game for the sophomore. Back up top now to Taylor Euchre. Euchre looking for a teammate, finds one near side to Harper as Brunsvold will leave it here, able to spin, and there's a good hand defensively by Mara Kempel. Kempel goes to the other side of the floor, looking to kick it to a teammate as the Grovers get back well with Geiger. Turnover number 1 on Lisbon. Open Brunsvold for the lead. Transition 3, yes sir. Harper Brunsvold with her 20th made triple this season, and the Grovers lead it by 1. Differding front court will handle the basketball as they leave it right-handed side for Lisbon. As Lisbon with Mayers with it, gives it up top to Adair, able to reverse it now to Differding. Differding looking for a teammate to the baseline now. It goes in the hands of Kempel. Back up top to Differding. Differding sees the paint open up, going to attack the paint high off the window. Differding, no. Rebound, though, on the interior comes for Kemple, her second. Nice pass to the high post jumper from 15. Shots will be off the mark. It's still loose underneath, and eventually the Broncos will come away with it. Great presence and effort here by Cameron Hoff. Differding finds it to Hoff. Jumper inside the paint, can't get it to go. It's loose again. The Broncos trying to have a fourth possession, and eventually it'll be won here by the Grovers with Taylor Euchre. But the Broncos just keep on coming here, and we'll see a foul as Harper Brunswold makes her way to the free throw line to shoot two. And if you're Lisbon, you got to love the hustle, just about finding a way to put the ball in the bottom of the net, as the foul will be assessed here against the Lisbon Broncos here. Free throw attempt will be up and in for Brunswold, as a foul was assessed on Brinley Differding, her first. As the Broncos will bring Kennedy Hartel, the 5'10 freshman, into the game. Free throw attempt is up and good. So Harper Brunswold able to see this one go with a couple of free throw attempts. 7-4, the lead on the way here for the Grovers. As right now leading the way, 5 points is Brunswold here for the Lisbon Broncos. Shot no, second chance, can't get it to go. Lisbon with Differding keeps fighting, can't get it. It's still loose, and eventually Differding with another rebound. Broncos working it around, jumper from the baseline. That's going to be off the mark, no good. Harper Brunswold gets the board. Brunswold wants to turn and burn here in transition. Look at the shake and bake, right-handed scoop for two. Harper Brunswold with a honey of a move. She's got 7 of the 9 here for the Grovers. Ball up top, Differding with it, left-handed side as she bounces into the aforementioned Brunswold. Ball gets skipped right wing, that looks good. Three-pointer, though, is going to go off the mark, no good by Hartle. Rebound eventually won to Taylor Euchre. Differding nearly got her hand on another basketball here. Geiger, transition jumper, three! Rattle it in! Geiger with her 28th triple of the season, and the Grovers lead it by 5 with a timeout on the floor. 3:32 left to play here in the opening quarter on the Bank North scoreboard. Grovers up by 8.
On-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle. Trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Timeout brought to you in part by Olson Accounting. If you need help with your monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting in Lisbon at colsoncpa.com. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here from downtown Fargo as the Broncos will leave it right-handed side. They'll find this one now to Mares. Mares gets walled off looking for a dare, and there's a turnover as the Grovers will look to run in transition. And this is where Oak Grove has been able to find ways to score. They get a couple of grade A looks, couple of shots off the mark, and the Broncos with Differding eventually runs away with it. After the missed attempt, and you had another one here for Harper Brunswold. Couldn't get the ball to go through the cylinder. Differding makes her way to the paint. Triple team kick. Right-hand side jumper is going to go short, and a board underneath, and we might get a loose ball, or nope, we will get a foul. Foul assessed here on the Broncos. Differding will pick up the foul, her second. And for Coach Karatui, she just has 7 roster players here tonight with, again, 3 girls out with injuries. So a roster of 10 trimmed down to 7 here, and there's a back cut not going through after the attempt by McCall Johnson. Just going to see Harper Brunswold go through. Turnover, the third here for Oak Grove. But so far the difference in this game has been a couple of transition threes, one by Geiger and one by Brunswold here, that has allowed the Grovers to separate and lead by 8 early on in this first quarter play on the Bank North scoreboard. A dare left-handed side, man pressure defense by Oak Grove. High post touches. Lisbon will see it now to Differding. Differding right to the key. Three-pointer is up. Three-pointer is off the mark. No good. Rebound on the inside to Peyton Hansen. Hansen makes her way to the paint. Off the window. Good for 2. Peyton Hansen able to get that one to go through the cylinder. As Hansen averaging 6 points and 5 rebounds off the bench this season for the head coach, Chad Slider, here for the freshman. Ball works at right wing. Broncos with it back up top, able to reverse it. There's a jumper from the left wing. Shot is long. Rebound on the inside. Going to be one here for Ava Adair. Adair left pocket, 3 up and long. And a board here to Peyton Hansen. Hansen with her 3rd board off the bench. Bounce pass right-handed side to Brunsvold. Brunsvold with the right wing off the backboard. Can't get it to go. And Hartle will get the loose ball. Well, for Lisbon, trying to see if they can get it back within single digits here with a good offensive possession. Differning skips it, right-handed side jumper. Deep 2-pointer is going to go short. Rebound here on the inside of Brunswick, and they want to run in transition. Outlet the other side. Geiger from the right block. Off the window, no. Rebound is tipped into the hands of Kennedy. As Hartle will get the ball back here as the Grovers full court pressure defense. That's the one thing Kara Tui talked about. Just trying to find ways to consistently get better throughout the years. There's going to be a foul on Kennedy. Her first and the team's 3rd, similar to what Amy Lyons said in the volleyball season for Lisbon. Just trying to find ways to get 1% better every day, and it's the same for the Lisbon Broncos here in girls basketball. As Lisbon pick up half-court pressure defense here as Hansen brings into the front court now for the Grovers. Just over 60 seconds play here in the first. Brunswold will see this one taking a couple of dribbles, able to find it out to Geiger. Deep 2-pointer, able to get the shooter's roll on senior night for the 5'7" senior. Geiger now with 7. Differting in the front court here. It's a 12-point margin. Differting high post, right-handed side as they work it to the baseline out of Mayers. This will be a foul trying to post up on the interior, and this could be on the hedge by Taylor Euchre on the inside, and it will be. Euchre with the foul, her first, team 2nd for Fargo Oak Grove. Ball to get inbounded on the baseline. It resets the shot clock to 35 as Hoff on the inbounds, able to get it in. Good take here by Lisbon as they go up. And a rebound here by Brunsvold after the attempt by Kemple. Brunsvold looking to go coast to coast over Differting, up and in for 2. Harper Brunsvold went right at Differting, knowing she's got 2 fouls. Good take by Harper. She's got 9. Differting, hesitation move, knifes her way to the paint, and this will be a traveling violation. One thing that Lisbon has is a lot of grit. One thing they don't have necessarily is a lot of size in terms of a 6-footer in the paint this season for the Lisbon Broncos. They're one big, and Jada Nims out again this evening. So they'll look forward to get the 5'10" freshman back here a little bit later on this season. Grovers will handle this one as they give it to Brunswold here near side. Brunswold will launch, 3-pointers up and in. Tickle the twine from 19-9 to finish quarter number 1 here for Brunswold. After 1 quarter play, all Grovers 21-4 on the Bank North scoreboard.
You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
High school basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you, broadcasting from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. Stock Growers Bank, your small town bank. So you can go far at Stock Growers Bank. For more information, simply check out their mobile app by searching for Stock Growers Bank and let them help you at Stock Growers Bank. Again, Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes on this frigid weekend. Zero's going to feel warm again. You know, once you get to the winter, once you can say that, it's been truly winter season. As this one goes through the hands and a turnover here on the Lisbon Broncos, that'll be their 3rd of the contest. Fargo Oak Grove able to find themselves in a good rhythm to end the first quarter play. They hit 3 threes, trying to make it now 4. This one goes off the mark. Rebound, though, going to be won by Peyton Hansen, her 4th board. With it now goes Lainey Caspers on this little weave to Molly Welsh, extra fun as they give it to Euchre as they work it around the world. Casper's good bounce pass on the inside. Power dribble up, no. Rebound gets poked around, and eventually Carly will come away with it to Ava Adair. Adair sees it through the paint off the window by Differty, no. And this one coming through is going to be Peyton Hansen as Adair hits the deck after the rebound by Hansen. Open, Casper's three-pointers up off the backboard log. Board underneath, though, for Molly Welsh jumping in for two. Molly Walsh gets in the scoring column, becomes the fourth different Grover with a made field goal here this evening. Left-handed side, Lisbon will utilize it here. They will have their second turnover of the quarter, tied at 2. And after that, that's when the run started here for Fargo Oak Grove. Lisbon had a 4-2 lead, and since then it's been 19 straight points here for the Grovers. Ball left-handed side as this one will work its way to Euchre on the interior. Good ball movement on this little zone by the Broncos. Open as Welsh. Three-pointers up and three-pointers in. Molly Welsh, the sophomore forward, with all 5 here in the quarter for the Grovers. Differting. Attack, drive, kick, open, Adair. Three-pointers going to go long. Rebound here on the inside, won by Lainey Caspers. As the Grovers in the front court. Right wing will handle it now to Hansen. High post touch as they find it to Caspers. Caspers bounce pass on the interior to Johnson. Turnaround shot, no. Rebound going to be loose, and eventually we'll get a tie-up, and the arrow will stay with Oak Grove. 21-4 after one quarter. Play on the Bank North scoreboard. Your hometown bank focused on relationships, local decisions, and community support. Go to banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Baseline triple by Caspers is long. Rebound comes down to Adair as Adair works at the other side. It went off a shin. It went off Oak Grove Grover's shin, as it will be Bronco basketball. Oak Grove with Geiger to check in is coming out after a good run. There will be Peyton Hansen. Hansen already with 5 rebounds here in the game this evening. Contest that started about a quarter after the 7 o'clock hour here, as this one goes out of bounds as they're working a little flex cut there to Mara Kempel, and that'll be a turnover for the Lisbon Broncos. Lisbon with a pair of home games upcoming here this week on Tuesday and Thursday. They're back in Lisbon hosting the Huskies of Wahpeton on Tuesday, then Valley City comes into town on Thursday. Lainey Caspers, a deep 3. This one will go long. Rebound, put back Geiger in for 2. Geiger now with 9 points. Well, for the Grovers, at Central Cass on Monday in Castleton right here on yourliveevent.com. Good pick and roll. Shot, though, off the backboard. No good by Carly Mayers as this one will go towards Fargo Oak Grove as they work with it on the inside. And we'll see this one near wing now to Geiger. Geiger looks for a teammate as they give it on the interior. Geiger is open. Geiger's going to launch a 3, and this one is going to go long. A rebound tipped on the inside for Molly Welsh. Back to Geiger one more time, and this one is good. Geiger with the triple. She's got 12 and a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. Grover's up by 27.
If you're thinking about updating your bathroom or kitchen, don't wait until the last minute. Planning is key. At Ada Building Center LLC on Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, you can check out the brand new displays with the latest in cabinets, countertops, and floor coverings. The Ada Building Center LLC team will guide you through designs and help you secure trusted contractors for the job. Stop today and start planning your remodel. 218-784-3661 or visit adabuildingcenter.com. Ada Building Center, your project starts here.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
High school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com. Timeout brought to you in part by Olson Accounting. Crazy to think, but get ready for tax season. It is already pretty much here. Get ready with the crew at Olson Accounting in Lisbon. They can handle all your tax and accounting needs at colsoncpa.com. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you after the timeout. This will be then you have enough players on the floor. So there's 6 white jerseys on the floor. There's 5 black jerseys. They inbounded the ball. So we'll see if they give the tee to Lisbon or if they're going to say that this was an official's discretion and error to not realize that there was 5 and 5 when counting them up, as they will give a technical foul here to the Lisbon Broncos. So the tech will be assessed. Oak Grove will get a chance to shoot a free throw, and simply put, it's, again, just too many players on the court at one particular time. So with this, it'll be a technical foul, and Oak Grove will come out. Just an honest mistake, not one that you will look to have as a coach. Similar if you forget to put a player in the roster and you get committed a foul, they can look down and say number 2, for example, is not in the roster, so that is automatically a technical as well. Geiger misses the first. Second free throw attempts upcoming, and this one is in and out, no good. They'll handle this one and inbound the basketball. One of the things for the officials, again, to take a look at is to pretty much count them up and make sure they got 5 apiece and kind of give a thumbs up and we're good to go. So for the Broncos, fortunate thing about the technical is no points came from it, but now you give the ball right back into the Grover hands. As Lisbon looking for their first field goal here of the second quarter. Euchre on the inside, step through, no. Rebound, putback is going to be long on the way here for Johnson. Euchre still with it on the inside, and then this one goes out of bounds. They will inbound it here on the baseline for Geiger with 4:40 left to play in the opening half. Fargo Oak Grove will see it, and now we'll get a officials time. As we'll take a quick break, as hitting the floor here is a Grover. We'll continue with more after this.
We said a bank isn't a place to lock up money. It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Youth basketball is back, and it's time to play for a purpose. The Grover Athletic Club Winter Classic tips off February 28th and March 1st at Oak Grove Lutheran School in Fargo. Every team gets 3 full-court games guaranteed, with great competition and later start times for out-of-town teams. Best of all, your team helps support Grover Athletics, funding equipment and opportunities for student athletes across all sports. Sign your team up today at groverathletic.club.com.
.439 left to play here in the opening half. Coming out is Lainey Kaspers here for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Good news is she's able to apply her own pressure. Bad news is, like anything else with an injury, you'll get taken a look at here short term and then get reassessed as they continue to work from there. So 4:39 left to play here in the first half. 31-4 on this Friday night as the Broncos will inbound it right underneath us here on the baseline. Kind of like to call this the Fargo Oak Grove mezzanine here. A great view right on top of the action. A little different, almost like your all-10 cam if it was a basketball camera, from what the football would be the all-22 camera from the baseline. Here's a three-pointer, and Geiger buries another one. Her third three, Geiger now with 15 points on the evening. Up to a 30-point game. Broncos open left and inside. Mara Kemple going to drive off the window. Good-looking move there for Kemple. As Kemple, we'll see this, and we got a net. So watch the high school kid, because the net is all tangled. The official calls for time, and he immediately looks at one of the taller students here at the Grover section and said, "Young man, can you please go untangle the net?" And the answer is yes. Put that on your basketball bingo card. Don't get to see that every day. Right-handed side as we handle it now for the Grovers to Geiger. Geiger high post touch as it goes to Molly Welsh on the interior. Back to Geiger. Geiger drive kick to Brunswold. Left wing three is up, and this one will go short. Rebound, though, won by Johnson. Back near side to Brunswold. Here's Brunswold with the basketball crossing over. Goes between the legs as they see it now. Jumper is up by Euchre, no. Rebound put back by Welsh, can't go. It's still loose, and eventually the Broncos will come away with it. Cameron Huff able to get the loose ball as they bring it up the floor Hoff, left-handed side to Kemple. Ball gets skipped right wing now to Differding. Differding with it. Bounce pass on the interior. Broncos able to make their way through the paint. Shot no. Rebound going to be won here by the Grovers for a moment. And eventually Molly Welsh able to get it out of trouble. And then we see a foul assessed to the Lisbon Broncos. Foul coming here on Carly Mayers. That'll be her first. Team's first of the quarter. And we'll see a substitution coming in Carolyn DeYoung, the 6'2 senior, as DeYoung will check in here for Fargo Oak Grove. Grovers with Harper Brunsvold. Drive kick to the wing. Ball gets skipped near side. Molly Welsh. DeYoung feeds it on the interior, and there's a foul. Good high-low game. Foul assessed here on Cameron Huff. Her first, team second, and Taylor Euchre, who's 10 of 14 at the stripe, will shoot 2. And 10 of 14 on the season as they continue to take a look at Lainey Caspers on the baseline here for the Grovers. Free throw attempt is going to be off the rim, no good. Second free throw attempt upcoming here as Oak Grove now 0 of 3 in the quarter from the free throw line after going 2 for 2 in the first. Second one is good. Taylor Euchre on the scoreboard here tonight for the senior on senior night. As the Broncos will push this one left-handed side. Good dribble off the window by Kemple, and she gets fouled. Mara Kemple will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Harper Brunswell with the foul, her first. That'll be the team's first, and free throw attempts here for Mara Kemple. As Kemple will get one more shot at it. For the Broncos, they're 2 of 3 from the free throw line here tonight. Free throw attempt number 2 is short. Rebound coming down to the Grovers in Carolyn DeYoung. Ball to the near side as this one goes to Geiger. Geiger with it on the pass attempt, and this goes out of bounds, and it will be Bronco basketball. As the Lisbon Broncos, some good competition coming up with Wahpeton, Valley City, and Grafton to close out the month. Well, for Oak Grove, you got Central Cass and Northern Cass, and you open up the month of February here at home against Kindred on February the 3rd. Left-handed side, Broncos making their way. Jumper's going to be partially blocked. DeYoung will get that one after the attempt by Cameron Huff. Oak Grove will want to push the other side of the floor with Geiger. Geiger up top calls out the offense here as they give it right wing. Lisbon goes back to a man pressure defense, and this goes nearly out of bounds. Able to save it. DeYoung will handle it here on the baseline back to the right wing. Geiger right-handed side with the basketball. Looking for a teammate, finds one to Molly Welsh. Welsh will give this to Taylor Euchre. Euchre with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Differing putting some good pressure on Brunsvold here. Euchre right-handed side, and this one will be out of bounds, and a turnover for the Grovers. 5th. Substitution is coming in will be Peyton Hansen. So Hansen to check in. Welsh will check out. Good D again by Lisbon. How can they cash it into some points here with Differding? Differding right-handed side. Broncos make their way back to Differding here. Differding right-handed scoop shot. No. Rebound comes down to the Grovers. Brunsvold the other side of the floor. Brunsvold on the drive, on the attack. No. Rebound by Geiger. Takes the dribble, and there's a foul. Geiger to shoot 2 as we line him up. Foul on Differding, her 3rd. As Geiger with 15 points, a pair of rebounds at the free throw line. Free throw attempt is up and in, now hits a free throw with 16. Geiger averaging just under 15 points per contest as Carly Mayers will check in for Differding. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way here for Geiger. As Geiger hits both free throw attempts. And the Grovers with a 31-point edge with just over a minute 40 left on the Bank North scoreboard here in the first half. And there's a good hand defensively by Geiger as Geiger alongside Mara Kemple playing a little bumper cars there going for the ball on the baseline in transition. As this one will work its way on the near side for Oak Grove here with Peyton Hansen. As Hansen on the inbounds. We'll see it to the left-hand side. There's a baseline jumper up and in. Geiger hits another one. Geiger now with 20. She's got 4 threes on the evening. Ball right-handed side now to Hartle. Hartel will leave it right wing as this one goes to Adair. Back to the top. thinking about a jumper there was Cameron Hoff. Now back to Mares. Mares will work her way. Jumper, 15-footer, rim rattle, and roll on in there. Carly with the jumper on the way. And the net, again, one more time, is situated where you got to have a student come in and untangle the twine. 40-8. Must be some new nets here. Got to talk with Brent Wolf. Don't get to see that too terribly often. As this one will work its way to Euchre. Off a flex cut to Geiger, nothing there. Euchre with it back to Geiger. Geiger just inside the three-point line. A deep two on the way by Geiger. As Geiger has 5 field goals here in the quarter. 22 to lead the floor. Broncos, left wing, will give it to Cameron Hoff. Hoff with it up and over on the pass now to the baseline as they see this one here to the Broncos. Shot fake for Kennedy. Kennedy gets walled off back to the right-hand side. Rainbow three is up and long. Rebound to Peyton Hansen, her 6th. Hansen near side with the transition, and taking that one is Mara Kemple getting back defensively with the right hand of the law. And they'll bat that one out of bounds. Broncos will match up here, man pressure defense. Oak Grove can take the final shot of the quarter if they so desire. This one goes to Carolyn DeYoung. DeYoung making her way, good drop step move, able to finish with the left hand. DeYoung gets in the scoring column. Working it right-handed side for the Broncos as Lisbon will see it left wing. Cutting through, nothing there, 10 seconds now as the Broncos able to give it back up top to Adair. Able to reverse this one, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch here by the Broncos and a turnover for Lisbon. Off the hands of Carly. So 3.9 to play here in the half. Oak Grove got to go quickly. Hansen, the clock doesn't start. So they'll have to reset it up here as the clock just never started with 3.9. So you can either reset it to 3.9 or take some off the clock, and they'll reset it to 3.9, and we'll do it all over again. This does give the Broncos a chance now to bring some pressure up to the backcourt. Hansen, three-quarters court shot is going to go short, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. For the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, they lead it 44-8 as we make our way to the halftime show, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Guys, welcome to our halftime show brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. Locally owned and operated First Class Mortgage, more than their company name. It's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. Oak Grove, 21 points in the first quarter, 23 in the second. Lisbon with a pair of 4-point quarters. Oak Grove here, team numbers, they have 6 players in the scoring column, 24 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the line with 5 turnovers. Lisbon, 6 turnovers, 3 players in the scoring column. They're 2 of 4 from the stripe, and they've had 3 players again with 15 rebounds. 3 players have scored with 0 threes. Well, on the opposite side for Fargo Oak Grove, you start counting up the three-pointers here tonight. They have 6 of them. Individually led by Geiger, who has 4 of those triples. Geiger with 22 points and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 15 points in the second quarter alone. 12 points for Harper Brunswold, all in quarter number 1, as she's also got a couple of threes. 5 points for Molly Welsh, 2 on the way for Carolyn DeYoung, 2 for Peyton Hansen with 6 rebounds, 1.4 boards for Taylor Euchre. Again, the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers led by the 22 of Geiger and the 12 of Brunswold. Lisbon, 4 points here for Brimley Differty with 4 rebounds. Carly Mares with 2 points and 2 points for Mark Kemple. 3 boards for Cameron Huff. A couple for Kendi Hartle in terms of rebounds, and the same for Ava Adair. At the half, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. All Grovers at 44-8 here from downtown Fargo.
I'm Dan Sukert, your Fargo Moorhead and surrounding area Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why my Edward Jones office is a proud sponsor of Park Christian Falcons basketball. Call 701-281-5264 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Upgrade your toolbox and tackle any project with the latest from Ada Building Center, LLC. They've added a massive 24-foot Diablo display filled with everything you need, brand new to the store. From circular saw blades to framing blades and metal drilling solutions and diamond cutting concrete blades, Diablo has it all. Need fine finish or general purpose wood blades? High-performance crew driving bits? They've got you covered. Stop by Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, and see the Diablo difference for yourself. Your next project starts here.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullus & Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullus & Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullus & Olson Agency.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
As we continue here on the First Class Mortgage halftime report, 44-8 is your score here on your liveevent.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to high school athletics here tonight. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you as we get you ready for what is going to be a very busy month of January here across the board for high school athletics. And we have you covered coming up through the rest of the month, and also in the month of February with the Region 1A Girls Basketball Tournament. We'll have live video coverage for you in Valley City beginning on February the 23rd. The tournament runs on the 23rd, 24th, and the 26th. You're home for the Region 1A Girls Basketball Tournament right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Oak Grove up next Monday at Castleton here on Your Live Event. Well, Lisbon back in action on Tuesday, hosting the Wahpeton Huskies in Lisbon. Region 1 standings, the Highliners at 8-0 in the region, followed by Kindred and Wahpeton at 4-3. Oak Grove at 3-3 coming into tonight with Central Cass at 3-4, Northern Cass 2-4, and the Lisbon Broncos at 0-7. That does it for our halftime show, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. At the lowest interest rates, they provide first-class service and first-class knowledge, located on 13th Avenue and 25th Street in Fargo, or go online to firstclasscorp.com. Second half action is next here in Fargo.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care, guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
High school basketball here on YourLiveEvent.com. 44-8, the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers over the Lisbon Broncos as we begin the second half here for Lisbon with the basketball in their white attire. Broncos across the front in red with the gold numerals outlined in red here for the Lisbon Broncos as this one goes up top to Mara Kemple. Kemple bounce pass to the baseline here as the Grovers in their black attire continue with this man defense. Ball works right-handed side to Ava Adair. Adair inside the paint, leaves it left wing. Jumper, three-pointer is going to be off the mark by Carly, but Differding gets her fifth rebound of the game. Good move to the paint, no. Rebound going to be won by Carolyn DeYoung. DeYoung with the loose ball as they go the other side of the floor with Peyton Hansen. Hansen up and over on the pass inside to Brunsvold. Brunsvold able to spin, and we'll get a jump ball, and the arrow will stay with the Fargo Grover, with the Oak Grove Grovers here in Fargo. And Oak Grove to inbound it. And we'll handle this one. Looking to get it in before a 5 count due to Brunsvold. Brunsvold, we'll see it here up top. Taking a couple of dribbles as they work to left wing. With it now to Peyton Hansen. Hansen right-handed side with Carolyn DeYoung. DeYoung looking for it on the interior, able to spin. Good move up and in for 2 here for Geiger. Geiger with 24 on the night, and she's scored now in every quarter here on the Bank North scoreboard. As the Broncos will see it to the baseline. Three-pointer is up, and this one will be off the iron, no good. Carolyn DeYoung able to get the loose ball. Quickly outlet the other side of the floor. Brunsvold right-handed layup for 2. Harper Brunsvold with 14 on the evening as the Grovers have built the lead here to 40. Differding sees this one on the deck. Will get a jump ball, and the arrow will stay with Oak Grove as Broncos will make a substitution. Candy Hartle will check in. Down in Lisbon this weekend, been very busy in Lisbon the last couple of weekends. As they had the girls' Store Hog last weekend. This weekend it's the boys' Store Hog. Day 1 today, day 2 tomorrow. Coverage for wrestling action begins at 9:30 in the morning. Good cut, can't make the layup there for Kemple. Rebound to Geiger as Geiger goes the other side of the floor. Ball fake to the paint, off the window for 2. Geiger with 26. for the Broncos. Double team in the half court comes. Different season and a timeout for Coach Toohey. We'll break with them on the Bank North scoreboard.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartment. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
High school basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Olson Accounting timeout. Let Cindy and her staff at Olson Accounting in Lisbon help you from monthly accounting to your payroll and also upcoming tax season. Everyone's favorite time of the year. You got to love the paperwork. 50-8 as Oak Grove trying to get the steal. They do with Brunsville. Brunsville goes the other side, and she will finish with the right-handed layup. Brunsville now is 16, surpassing her season average in a game at just at 14.5, as this one will be tipped out of bounds, and it will remain Grover basketball, as the Broncos will make a substitution with Cameron Hoff. For Fargo Oak, for the Grovers, they have 8 points here in the third quarter. Broncos looking for their first field goal here of the second half. Different lost it for a moment. Ball comes near side. Carly Mares pass on the interior, finds it now, an extra pass to Differting. Differting step through, gets the shot blocked by Hanson. Loose ball, Broncos will come away with it. Step through and will get a traveling violation. Fargo Oak Grove here with Geiger. It's Geiger. We'll see this to Brunsvold. Brunsvold looking for a teammate. Good steal by Differting. Differting looking to go coast to coast. Differting sees it, and there's a foul. Foul on Brunsvold. The hometown fans thought it was a block, but that will be a foul. Her second, team's first of the half, and 2 free throws upcoming for Brindley Differting, as Differting will head to the free throw line to shoot 2 here for Lisbon. That's the Broncos. Free throw attempt on the first is up and in. Differting with 5 here tonight for Lisbon. Free throw attempt number 2. Is going to also come into the game. Looks like Lainey Casper's, her night is done, as she's going to have some ice on that right knee. So hopefully for Chad Slatter and the Grovers, it's just short term here for Lainey Casper's for the rest of tonight. As this one goes out of bounds, as Oak Grove back in business again on Monday in Castleton, as Brunsvold turns the ball over. Contest here, just over 45 minutes old this evening in Fargo, as this one gets thrown out of bounds. Turnover here for Lisbon. As the Broncos, since the 3-division system against the Grovers, are 0-5 against Oak Grove. Last swing coming back in 2021 on January the 29th here against Oak Grove. The Grovers have won 7 straight in the series. Geiger, 3-pointer long. Hanson, rebound, put back in. Good move by Hanson, the 5'9" freshman guard. A little lengthy as well with the extension. We'll have her 4th point. Differting, power dribble off the window. Good for 2. Differting now with 8 as the Grovers set a little half-court trap. It's Differting with all 4 points here of the second half for the Broncos. Hanson, left wing, taking a couple of dribbles for the Grovers. Right-hand side to Carolyn DeYoung. DeYoung back up top to Euchre, able to reverse it left wing. Geiger taking a couple of dribbles. Ball gets poked nearly to the half-court line to Brunsvold. Back to Euchre here with 12 seconds on the shot clock. On this weave to Geiger. Geiger nearly walked with it. Now to Hanson. Hanson to the baseline, throwing it up off the rim, no good. Rebound to Differting. Differting with her 6th board of the game. She's working on a double-double kind of a performance here tonight. Differting bounce pass on the inside. With it's going to go Geiger. It's still loose. Differting hustling after this one. It'll be out of bounds. Last touch here by the by the Broncos, but really good hustle there for Differting and alongside Carly Mares. As DeYoung and Hanson will check out of the contest. And we'll see coming back in for Oak Grove with McCall Johnson and Molly Welsh. 3:57 to play in the third quarter on the Bank North scoreboard. Ball will make its way right-hand side. This one will be a foul. And 2 free throws upcoming. Hoff will pick up the foul, her second. And we'll see Oak Grove to the free throw line with Euchre, who's 1 of 2 on the game from the stripe. Free throw attempt is off the iron. Second free throw attempt upcoming here for Euchre. As the second one is going to be also off the iron. Rebound, putback, can't get it to go, but Johnson will head to the free throw line. So McCall Johnson to the stripe here on the way for the 5'9" junior forward. Foul assist back on Cameron Hoff, her third. So you got 3 on Differty and 3 on Hoff right now for the Broncos. Free throw is going to be up and in. Substitution here for the Broncos. As they're able to see Alexis Hitter, the 5'7" freshman, come in. Free throw attempt number 2 is going to go long. Rebound, out of bounds, and it will be Grover basketball. 3:46 to play here in quarter number 3. It's Fargo Oak Grove 55, the Lisbon Broncos 12 here tonight from Fargo. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you as Oak Grove to inbound it as they leave it left wing. Trying to come through the screen as they work it on the interior. Bounce pass, leave it. Geiger, 3 is up and in. Geiger able to get her 5th three-pointer of the night. She's got 29. Differding works her way around. Brunswold gets the steal. Brunswold goes the other side of the floor in transition off the window and gets the shooter's roll. That one just kind of hung on the rim for a moment, and Brunswick finishes with the left hand. Well, the stat will continue here tonight for the Grovers. They came in 7-1 when scoring 51 or more, and that one looks to get to 8-1 with how they've been able to get the offense brewing here tonight against the Broncos. 3 is good. Taylor Euchre on senior night hits the three-pointer from the right wing. Ball goes right-handed side as the Broncos on the baseline here will give it up top, and there's a nearly steal by Geiger. It eventually is. Geiger bounce pass. Brunswold stepped her off the window, good for 2. Brunswold's got 20 and will get a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well with 2:33 left to play in the third.
Youth basketball is back, and it's time to play for a purpose. The Grover Athletic Club Winter Classic tips off February 28th and March 1st at Oak Grove Lutheran School in Fargo. Every team gets 3 full-court games guaranteed, with great competition and later start times for out-of-town teams. Best of all, your team helps support Grover Athletics, funding equipment and opportunities for student-athletes across all sports. Sign your team up today at groverathletic.club.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
High school basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. Thank you so much for tuning in to High School Hoops here this evening, and make sure you patronize all our sponsors throughout the course of the season. Without them, we would be unable to bring you high school athletics, whether it's to wrestling, hockey, basketball here during the winter season. Crazy to think we'll be 4 months from now, we'll be talking state baseball and state softball. Doesn't feel like that, at least here in the month of January, but it's coming. As this one will be batted out of bounds. If you're a fan of Major League Baseball, spring training here not too far away with pitchers and catchers. I think once you hear about pitchers and catchers, and then it's eventually the Masters, then you kind of feel like summer is truthfully coming around the corner. As this one works up top, Broncos near side will handle this one, and eventually Geiger gets the steal. Geiger goes to the other side of the floor, going through some contact, and there's a foul. As Kennedy will pick up the foul. A freshman, her second, team's third, and Geiger to the free throw line to shoot two, trying to get to 30 points. If you're a racing fan, NASCAR, Daytona 500 not too far away. Granddaddy of them all. Free throw attempt is up and good. As Geiger now at 30. Broncos will make a substitution with Cameron Hoff. Free throw attempt number 2 for Geiger is up and in. 31-point night for Geiger, 9 in the quarter. Ball goes to the right wing as they work it up top now to Adair. Leave it to the near side to Kemple. Back to Differing, high post touch. Broncos double. Good kick to Adair. Three-pointer is going to go long. A rebound, one to the Grovers with Brunsville, but then lost it out of bounds as it will be Lisbon to inbound it here on the baseline. As the Broncos to inbound it. As they give this one, and Geiger comes away with a steal. Geiger with it to the right wing. Bounce pass, able to see this one off the window. Shot no after the attempt there by Johnson. Rebound is loose and eventually won by Lisbon here to Hoff. Hoff weaving her way inside the paint. Left-handed side gets the ball back. Jumper off the window, can't get it. Look at the loose ball, though, on the fight there for Mara Kemple. And this one eventually finishes for 2. There's 2 points here for Ava Adair and the Lisbon Broncos with their 6th point of the quarter. Right wing here for Oak Grove as the Grovers will give it up top as they work it around, looking for the back cut to Geiger. Bounce pass left wing. As this one works its way, Geiger here, left wing, crossing over right to left, right-handed scoop high off the window, can't get it to go. It's a loose ball, and eventually a jump will make its way and stay with the Grovers. Substitution as Brunswold will check in here. As Oak Grove to inbound it with the aforementioned Harper. As Brunsvold able to see this one. Back up top as they work it now to Zuger. Back to Brunsvold. Left pocket 3. That's going to go long. One-handed board, though, by Molly Welsh. At the top, Brunsvold lost it. Good hand by Differding. Broncos, other side of the floor with Mara Kemple off the window in transition for 2. Kemple now with 4 points. Good looking move by the senior guard in transition. Able to finish with the left hand. Brunsvold working with this one to the right-handed side is now the Grovers. Cut this one inside the paint. Shot is up no by Addie Hunt. Loose ball comes down to Differding, her 7th board. Differding makes her way in transition with a right-handed layup for 2. Differding now with 10 points and 7 rebounds. 5 seconds with Brunsvold with 2. Brunsvold crossing over. Good if it goes is off the backboard, and that's how we'll end our third quarter play. Oak Grove leads at 67-18.
This is tough, but your accounting doesn't have to be. Let Olson Accounting check all the boxes. From taxes, payroll, business services, and professionalized financial guidance, all tailored to fit your requests. Whether you're a small business owner or just need help at tax time, trust Olson Accounting for professional, reliable service every time. Visit colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon. Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
As we're broadcasting today from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth at Stock Growers Bank, get mobile banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Bank near so you can go far with Stock Growers Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Search for the Stock Growers Bank mobile app in your app store. 67-18, Fargo Oak Grove. Grovers again with the advantage here, making our way to the fourth quarter. If you just joined us, tied at 2. Lisbon led 4-2, and then That's where Oak Grove went on a run. Eventually would take a 21-4 advantage into the second quarter after finishing the quarter on a 19-0 run as they see it now with Harper Brunsvold. Brunsvold the other side off the window, no. There's a loose ball and Ava Adair gets the rebound. Adair near side, we'll see it. Bounce pass on the interior as it's still loose. Eventually Molly Welsh with the basketball. Broncos get the ball back, then Welsh one more time, and then there's a foul. Foul will be assessed here to the Grovers here with Molly Welsh with the extension of the forearm and the elbow. As they're going to take a look at Cameron Hoff and make sure that she's okay after kind of coming through there for Welsh, coming across. Got kind of right into the nose area there of Hoff, so Hoff will check out, Hartle will check in. And with the score of where it is, it'll be a running clock from here on out. 67-18 as they'll make their way through. And the foul was assessed. Well, they said Mara Kemple, so this one will actually go against the Lisbon Broncos, Kemple will pick up the foul, her first, team's first, so that one away from the ball. So Harper Brunsvold will utilize it here with it, left wing. As this one gives it back up top. Grovers with Brunsvold. Nice cut inside off the window, good for two for Addie Hunt. 5'10 sophomore forward gets in the scoring column. Brunsvold nearly gets the steal. Differding will utilize it here. Differding inside the paint, off the window, up and in for two, as Differding now has 12. Most points scored this season for Oak Grove is 75 at Northern Cass earlier this month on the 6th of January. Right wing, so we'll go back up top, looking for it to Brunsvold, out of bounds, and it will be Lisbon basketball after the 8th turnover here for the Grovers. On senior night, the Oak Grove Grovers able to start all 5 seniors of Geiger, Jost, DeYoung, Caspers, and Euchre. Able to give Aspen a nice round of applause here as she came out right afterwards. 3-pointer attempt by Carly short, rebound to Harper as Brunsvold goes the other side, up and in for two. Brunsvold with 22. Broncos with Differding. We'll see it to the right wing. As this one works its way back to the right-hand side, Differding bounce pass on the interior is going to be intercepted as Zuger will come away with it. Brunsvold, the other side of the floor, right-handed scoop in transition, no. Differding trying to go after this one and able to get on the deck and get the loose ball. Differding with her 8th rebound of the game as they give it now to Kennedy. Hartle back to Differding here. It was Differding taking the dribble, lost it off the shin of a Grover. That one was with Zuger. Brunsvold goes the other side of the floor, left, and a layup up and in for two. She's got 24. 5:15 to play here on the Bank North scoreboard in this quarter. 6-2 in favor of the Grovers. 3-pointers off the mark. Rebound Adair, and she is blocked out of bounds after the hand by Addie Hunt. Substitutions as coming in, Carolyn DeYoung, and alongside with Peyton Hansen. As checking out will be Harper Brunsvold and McCall Johnson as well. Substitutions here for the Grovers as the Broncos able to inbound it to the right baseline. 3-pointer is going to go long. Good attempt, though, by Carly. And a rebound here for Molly Welsh, her 6th. Peyton Hansen, front court. We'll see this one right wing. 3-pointer is up. The rainbow 3 is going to go long by Zuger. And a rebound here for Differding. She needs one more board for a double-double. Differding to the near side as this one goes to Carly. Back to Differding here with 24 on the shot clock. Up top, Carly, 3-pointer is up and in. Mares will hit the 3. That's the first 3-pointer of the night for the Lisbon Broncos. Grovers, right wing, taking the ball screen is Peyton Hansen. Hansen taking one more screen yet again. Gives this one on the inside. DeYoung muscling her way to the paint, up and in for two. Caroline DeYoung now with 4 points and a couple of rebounds. Differding leaves it. Carly, one more time for another 3. Up and in. As Mares hits 2 3-pointers here in the quarter, give the assist to Differding. As this one will work its way to the right-handed side with 3:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Back up top for the Grovers to Molly Welsh. Left wing as this one working its way through. A couple of dribbles. Back left-handed side. As Peyton Hansen playing a little hot potato with it on the wing. Back up top now to Addie Hunt. 10 seconds on the shot clock here as Hunt makes her way. Three-pointer is going to go long. Rebound by Hansen. Power dribble, right-handed scoop, and Hansen gets fouled. Payne Hansen, 4 points, 8 rebounds here tonight for the 5'9 freshman. And future definitely bright upcoming here for Payne Hansen. As with the mercy rule time, the clock will continue winding until the ball is in the hand here of Payton. As the free throw attempts will be upcoming, and this one will go long. Substitution, able to see Cameron Hoff back into the game. And also Euchre able to check in. And VC here, the 5'6 sophomore forward. Free throw attempt number 2 is up and in. So Hansen able to hit 1 of 2 from the free throw line. This one gets skipped across the way, and it will be turnover here in the Broncos. Lisbon did a good job in the first half with just 6 turnovers, but here in the second half they have 11. As the Grovers, with Payton Hansen, guarded by Differding here, spinning her way to the high post. Right-handed side, we'll see it now to Zuger. Back up top as they're working it to the left wing to Hansen. Hansen with it on the inside of the Grovers. Get the 2 points. Good ball movement. As Zuger gets the 2 points. Differding quickly up the floor to Adair. Ava step through looking for Differding. As Differding gives it back around the word of the baseline. Carly for a third three of the quarter is up and in. Mares now in double digits with 11. Differding and Mares have combined for 23 of the Broncos' 29 here tonight. With 2 minutes left to play in the half. Three-pointer Euchre short. Rebound, Differding. There's the double-double. And Differding goes the other side of the floor. Differding inside the paint, step through, finish with the left hand. Good move by Brindley Differding. Now with 14. Saw a little hesitation move, able to transition right to left on the cross and finish with the left hand. Brindley did a really nice job in the transition game. The Broncos have kind of made the most out of their opportunities in the transition in the second half of play. Hansen spin drive. Euchre looking to try to cast another three. She will here. This one will go long. Rebound to Adair. Good backside board by Ava, the 5'6 sophomore in the front court. Now we'll handle this one. Adair up and over on the pass to Carly. She's got the hot hand as they leave it back to Carly. One more time. Three-pointer is up. This one off the iron, no. Loose ball going to be won by Mara Kempel, her fourth. Back to Carly on the inside as this one makes its way through. Step through, and there's a foul. Cameron Hoff to the free throw line to shoot 2 here for Lisbon. Foul assessed to Taylor Euchre, her second, team's first of the fourth quarter. And free throw is on the way here for Cameron Hoff, the junior with 4 rebounds in the game. Missing the free throw attempt. Free throw attempt number 2 will be upcoming as Euchre will check out. Coming in will be Molly Welsh. Second free throw attempt on the way is up and in. So Hoff able to hit the free throw. Checking in will be Hitter, as Hitter will check in for Ava Adair. And the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, a season high in scoring. Here was 78 points. Their previous season high was 75. So with this result for the Grovers, they will improve to 8-6 on the season as they turn the ball over. The Broncos go the other side of the floor. Differding able to rip it through off the window, good for 2. Differding with 16 points on the night. The Lisbon Broncos getting right to their season average, averaging just under 33 points a game. They'll be at 34 here. I'll go right-hand side, and right now both teams will just kind of run this clock out. For the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, up 21-4 after the first quarter play. They trailed briefly at 4-2, but after that it was all Oak Grove here tonight on senior night as the Grovers improved to 8-6 on the season, 4-3 in the region, while the Lisbon Broncos will drop to 0-13 on the season and 0-8 in Region 1 play. Again, your final on the Bank North scoreboard, 78 for the Grovers behind the 31 of Geiger, while for the Broncos, they will finish behind the 16 of Differding. Back with more on the post-game report coming up here on YourLiveVent.com.
Down the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Prairie Supply has the expertise to help you tackle even the toughest jobs, from concrete and rebar to heat and winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction. Prairie Supply supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today. Stock Growers Bank is proud to celebrate 125 years of service, and they built a legacy of trust and commitment to the local communities. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith can help achieve your goals and grow your business with confidence. Here's Zach Maralt on his experience.
We tried a few different lenders before purchasing our building, and we eventually ended up going to see Wyatt, who I already personally knew anyways. He made the purchasing process easy. We pretty much had an answer that day, pushed all our accounts there, and it's a great experience.
As we come back here on the post-game show, again, your final Fargo Oak Grove able to win this one 78-34 here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. As we take a look at the final numbers in this contest, the Grovers went 9 of 16 from the free throw line, 9 threes, with 9 players in the scoring column with 9 rebounds. For the Lisbon Broncos, 5 players in the scoring column here tonight, 17 turnovers, 4 threes, and they went make that 5 of 8 from the free throw line and check that 3 threes here tonight for Lisbon. Individually, Oak Grove led by the 31 of Sophie Geiger. Geiger again with 31 and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Geiger also hit 5 3-pointers here tonight in this contest. From there, he had 24 points for Harper Brunsvold. Harper with 5 rebounds, and she went 2 of 2 from the stripe. 5 points then for Peyton Hansen with 8 rebounds. He had 5 points as well for Molly Walsh with 6 boards. 4 points for Carolyn DeYoung. 4 points for rebounds for Taylor Euchre. 2 points for Zuger. 2 points for Addie Hunt. You had 1 on the way for McCall Johnson here for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Again, Oak Grove led by the 31 of Geiger and the 24 of Brunswold. For the Lisbon Broncos led by the 16 points of Mara Kemple, 11 for Carly Mears with 3 threes. Differding with 16 points. Differding with 16 points and 10 rebounds. Mears with 11 3 threes here tonight. 4 points, 4 rebounds for Mara Kemple, 2 points for Ava Adair with 4 boards, and Cameron Hoff with 1 of 2 from the free throw line with 4 rebounds as well. Again, the Grovers led with a 16 of Differding on the double-double, and Mears with 11. It's now time to get to our player of the game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge.com. Part of the players of the game, Sophie Geiger with the senior class here. You can honor all 5 seniors one more time. But Geiger, again, really got going and really put the game out of reach in the second quarter, where she had 3 threes, had 15 points in the second. Geiger in the 31 is part of our players of the game, representing the 5 seniors here tonight on senior night. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Our Agassiz Precision Egg play of the contest is the run to finish the first quarter after tied at 2 and a 4-2 lead for Lisbon. Oak Grove would then score the next 19 points in the first quarter, take a 21-4 lead after the opening 8 minutes, and never trail after that, and never got within single digits either. Our play of the contest, again, the finish of the first quarter here for the Grovers, brought to you in part by Agassiz Precision Egg, your local precision planting dealer located in Hillsboro. Get ready for the upcoming spring planting season by visiting planterdoc.com. We'll take a quick break, and we come back. Out-of-town scoreboard, that and more are still to come here tonight in Fargo.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
West Main Pizza is serving you from Ada in the Rail District location in Dilworth. The tradition of West Main Pizza continues. Pizza, calzones, wings, subs, salads, and more. Lunch, dinner, family meals, and business meeting orders. When you're in town or driving through, visit West Main Pizza. For daily specials, visit West Main Pizza Ada and Rail District Dilworth Facebook pages. Order by phone or westmainpizza.net. Both locations open daily at 11 a.m., serving the delicious West Main Pizza menu items you enjoy. West Main Pizza, Ada and the Rail District Dilworth.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon is the premier building supply headquarters in southeastern North Dakota. They have it from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell. With their large inventory and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. That's rbclisbon.com. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
As we come back on the post-game show, this interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency on senior night with one of the seniors here for the Grovers. That is Sophie Geiger with 31 points and 5 threes in this one. Sophie, we were saying before you came on, really early on the game, you're down 4-2, but you score the next 19 points in the first quarter to kind of open up the game. Just what did you see from your team, for the final 6 minutes roughly of that first quarter that got kind of things rolling for you?
I just think we moved the ball really well as a team, and we just trust each other.
Able to get this one going a little bit as well, Sophie, for this particular club. Just what did you see from your team? A nice balanced attack, and particularly Harper kind of getting in transition as well.
Yeah, Harper's been a really, really good teammate, and we all just trust each other, and we're all just really confident we're out there, so it's fun to see that.
5 seniors, how cool is it to see Aspen, get that starting here tonight and kind of seeing her come out on the floor one more time in a uniform?
It was really fun and really special.
Able to see this with the seniors, able to pick up your 8th win, more importantly, a region win as well, Sophie. So what do you want to do moving forward now, having a date with Central Cass here on Monday and Northern Cass on Thursday?
Just keep working hard and just giving it our all every day.
How fun is it to hit that first three-pointer as a shooter and then see the second and third one go down like you saw there in the second quarter?
That was so fun. It was really fun.
Sophie, last thing that I'll kind of ask for you, what's it like at this time of the year for a basketball player? You kind of come to school, it's dark, you leave school, practice, it's dark. What's this time of the season like for you as a basketball player as you're still a month away till postseason tournament?
It's really tiring, but we all just give it our all, so it's really fun to be with my teammates, and yeah.
We'll let you go cool off that hand for a little bit here after 5 3-pointers on the night. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sophie Geiger again with us here on the post-game show. When we come back, we'll hear from Chad Slider. That is next.
You have big dreams for your community. At Rivera, so do we. Giving back more than $1 million locally each year. It's something bigger than time and money. We give heart. Wearing bright yellow and lending a hand. It's not just giving back.
Watch your step.
It's building forward.
Nice and easy.
With local sponsorships and decision-making, the impact is felt everywhere. It's who we are. Rivera. Let's forge ahead together.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we come back now from the player to the coach, join us, Chad Slider, here for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Chad, on senior night to represent the seniors. I know you kind of mentioned earlier saying, hey, don't tell anybody, but we're going to put Aspen in a uniform one more time and kind of let her get introduced. Just let's kind of go through that first just to see all 5 seniors get introduced. And was the team surprised kind of seeing, all of a sudden here comes Aspen Jose in a full uniform attire, coming out one more time?
Yeah, we set that up last night. We didn't want to let anybody know. We wanted to surprise her classmates and her teammates. And I heard some whats and whys and when she was taking off her sweatsuit. Really emotional moment for me. Seniors mean a lot. And for Aspen to go through what she's gone through in her career and to still be with us and persevere and be the leader that she is, and she was elected by her teammates as a captain this year. Just a tremendous individual and makes our team better just with her presence, being with us, and no doubt makes me a better coach. So I appreciate all of them. And it was pretty cool to be able to see Aspen be announced and get her recognition. I know you still got some more basketball, a couple more home games left as well, Chad, but to get to 4-3 in the region play, just what did you see from your team there? Differing, obviously, able to really start the game well for the Lisbon Broncos, but then trailing 4-2, you went on a 19-0 run to close out the quarter. Just what did you see from your team during that stretch to kind of have a good last 6 minutes, so to speak, of the first and carry that with you into the second quarter? Yeah, it was one of the things we talked about in pregame. Senior nights can get emotional, and, they can be a little hyped up, and I think we maybe saw that with our seniors. We missed a couple easy shots under the basket, and I think somebody alley-overed one, from about 6 feet away. So once we kind of, worked through that and settled in a little bit, I thought we were able to take control and do the things that we wanted to do. We played some pretty good pressure man-to-man defense and took some kids away that we wanted, pushing to the offhands. And, I'll give Lisbon credit. They came out and they were scrappy. They were physical. I don't think that our girls were expecting that type of physicality, so we had to work through that a little bit. And that's good for us because that's what it is in our league every single night. Teams are going to come out and they're going to get physical and push and bang. So there's no night off in our region. So I was glad with the way that we responded. I know you've been on the sidelines for Sophie Geiger going off performances before, but 31 points tonight just in that second quarter with 15. She had 3 threes in the second quarter, finishes with 5 3-pointers in the game, and she can make it look effortless as well. Yep. So what's the one thing when you see that first one go down for Sophie, what's kind of going through your mind saying, okay, no matter how the team is playing her, that she can find a way to get that shot off and find the bottom of the net more times than not? It's been really fun to see her over her career develop that scorer's mentality. When she gets the basketball, she can obviously do some great things as far as finding teammates, and her and Harper are developing a really good chemistry and being able to find each other on the floor. But when she wants to score, she's going to get the bucket. And she does a really good job of moving without the basketball to get to an open spot to hit those threes. I got to give her teammates recognition too, because they know when she's hot, she's got to have the basketball. And they do a really good job of understanding that, knowing that, and then finding her on the open spot on the floor. Chad, we'll let you go enjoy this one. Congratulations on senior night. We'll see you Monday in Castleton for another date with the Squirrels. Sounds great. Thanks, Chase. That again, Chad Slider with us here on the post-game show. When we come back, we'll put a bow in our coverage from downtown Fargo.
Medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi. One of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care. Guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
If you're thinking about updating your bathroom or kitchen, don't wait until the last minute. Planning is key. At Ada Building Center LLC on Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, you can check out the brand new displays with the latest in cabinets, countertops, and floor coverings. The Ada Building Center LLC team will guide you through designs and help you secure trusted contractors for the job. Stop today and start planning your remodel. 218-784-3661 or visit adabuildingcenter.com. Ada Building Center, your project starts here.
Again, those interviews brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Go to the man that wants a shot at your business at djcoulter.com. 78-34, Grovers with the win here tonight on senior night. Your out-of-town scoreboard as well. Hillsborough Central Valley over Northern Cass 59-29 here this evening in girls basketball. Boys hoops, Central Cass picks up a win over Rugby. Turtle Mountain in double overtime defeats Thompson, and 4 wins Minnewacan all over Stanley here tonight up in the crossover for the Devils Lake and East-West crossover up in Devils Lake. Again, leading the way for the Grovers. 31 points for Geiger. Lisbon led by the double-double of Brindley Differding of 16 and 10. Oak Grove 8-6 on the season. Up next Monday in Castleton. Lisbon will be up next Tuesday hosting the Huskies in Wahpeton. Both games will be on your liveevent.com. On behalf of Joey Hughes, I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in and join us for more high school sports here throughout the month and into February right here on your liveevent.com. Have a great weekend.